who are no longer with us to induct into the Hall of Fame. The first choice is the creator of Nancy, Ernie Bushmiller. And accepting for Ernie is Mr. Dennis Kitchen. Pay attention to his style.
Thank you, Sergio. Ernie Bushmiller and his wife had no children, and so the awards committee reached out to the Bushmiller Society to accept this award in behalf of his memory. And I allegedly have ties to the Bushmiller Society, including this kind of tie. But I want to just remind you that in his day, Ernie Bushmiller was one of the most popular cartoonists in America. His strip Nancy was often topping the polls in readership popularities that newspapers had. By all accounts, I never met him, but he was a self-effacing and modest man. I'm sure you appreciate this award. He used to refer to himself as the Lawrence Welk of cartoonists. You gotta love that. And I just want to leave you one context that came from the great Charles Schulz, who in an interview was talking about the inevitability of being a syndicated cartoonist and the fact that periodically newspapers would drop strips, including his own Peanuts. And he said whenever that happened, there would be certain indignant newspaper readers who would complain, and that was par for the course. But he said whenever newspaper strip dropped Nancy, the newspaper would get death threats. And that's my kind of cartoonists.
And George's second choice of this year's Hall of Fame is the underground comic pioneer, Jack Jackson. And accepting for Jack is his son, Sam Jackson.
Well, first off, I want to say that it's a great honor to come out here and accept this for my father. And, I really wish he could be here. But I like to think the spirit is. And, one of the things that I respect most about my dad is his modesty in regards to his work. He would never tell you that he was on the cutting edge of comics, ever. But there he was. He was out in San Francisco during the 1960s, helping forge one of the first underground printing presses in America, Rip-Off Press, working alongside guys like Crumb and Shelton to sort of redefine the role of comics in America. He was also credited by some for the first underground comics, God knows. But he would have told you that was for a stat with the Adventures of Jesus. But he was there, and he was a big part of that movement. But my father, I don't think, would want you to see him first and foremost as an underground cartoonist. His greatest passion was history. He had this beautiful understanding of history, something that can only truly be seen through many different angles. And that understanding led him to be named one of the great historians of Texas. My mom and I are just really, really proud of him. And I want to thank you all at the Eismans for bestowing this great honor upon him. Thank you.
George's third choice is the co-creator of Green Lantern. You'll remember him singing